Hey folks, Coach Patrick here, Endurance Nation, fresh off the plane from Ironman, Arizona 2009. Congratulations to everyone who just crushed it out there. Very fast year this year. Hope you raced clean. Hope you had a good, safe race, and you're ready for a nice break, a good Thanksgiving. You've earned it, as have your family. Take care of the ones who love you. But I digress. Today I want to talk a little bit about how you use an Endurance Nation plan for an early season race. This year, 2009, brings with it as it closes the dawning of a new season, where in 2010, Ironman St. George will be kicking off the calendar in the U.S. in early May. Typically the calendar starts mid-June, late June, but now it's early May. And for a lot of folks who sign up for the race, because it's beautiful and it's gorgeous out there, but lo and behold, it's 6 weeks earlier, they're sort of faced with a conundrum. They've got probably a good sort of out-season protocol that they follow in terms of getting fit, but then they've got this competing demand of a longer race and the psychological and physical demands that come with that that require a certain level of training before you enter your event. So inside Endurance Nation, let me walk you through a little bit about how we handle it, and hopefully my cat doesn't come walking across the street. Daisy, no. So here's how it plays out. Your fitness, first and foremost, should be event-specific the closer you get to your event, okay? So we like to reverse engineer things back from your race. So if you know your race is going to be May 1st, then you got to back things up from May 1st. If you are a very advanced athlete, this is your third, fourth, fifth, or sixth Ironman triathlon, you can cut that window down to about 8 weeks. In other words, May 1st, March 1st. So March 1st, you can go heads up and really start Ironman focused training. For those of you who are first timers, that window opens dramatically, and then the intermediate people fall in between. For first timers, we're looking back in kind of the 16 to 20 week range. 20 weeks out from May 1st, 5 months out from May 1st, that's where we're talking like December, January. It's dark, it's cold, you can't get outside, you can't do the volume. So what do? We have a couple of options, and I'll tell you what I ultimately prefer, and then perhaps in a subsequent video we can talk more about what some of the other options are for you. I strongly feel that Ironman fitness is predominantly about execution, okay, and that's what happens on race days. You can have any level of fitness, but if you use it improperly on race day, you're not going to achieve the result that you want. So having the optimal level of fitness is key. And we start that in the out season by having you do really hard work, and that's the way that we fly inside Endurance Nation. That's why we get it done. So you're doing these hard quality threshold on the bike, threshold on the run pace type intervals, building. Kind of think about it kind of like your 10K effort, your hour TT effort on the bike. It's cold, it's dark, you don't have a lot of time to train, family commitments, etc. All those things that compete with your ability to go long are mitigated by the fact that you've chosen a protocol, the out-season protocol, whereby it's very easy for you to get the work done you need to get done, and you can keep your fitness up. As I would move towards the season, I start to put a focus on endurance. So when I move inside that 20-week to go window, I would begin to put a focus on my run. And so I would start to extend the runs of my program. The bike would pretty much stay the same, but I would extend the runs of my program such that I was getting in, around about an hour and a half run every 10 days. So that's kind of like every other week in a flavor. And you can kind of do that on your own schedule. The idea being that you can start to build that run up so that when you do get to the point about 8 weeks out, you're able to put in some good 2.5 hour runs in that neighborhood. And it's not like you're coming out of nowhere to do that, okay? And then I would sit down and look at my calendar. That focus period is going to happen between like 5 and 4 months out, kind of for that month. And then you can carry that longer run with you without doing too much work. But then, and this is the key part, this critical part, I hope you're still listening, is finding a way to get yourself to a place where you can do a bike-focused weekend. I talk about it on my 10 hours a week blog. I think I put it on the Endurance Nation blog. But the idea is you will put in a focused period of time doing sort of zone 2, steady state, 0.72, 0.75, sort of Ironman pace effort biking for a good block of time. Ideally, it will be 4 to 5 days. If it can't be that long, then maybe it's just 3 days. But somewhere between January and March, finding a way to get you and your bike, or to get you and then get a bike while you're there, and put in some good quality time on the road. It's going to go a long way to building your fitness. What that allows you to do is you go out there, you binge on the bike, you bring that endurance back inside your house, you work harder. By the time you kind of hit May, hopefully late March, you can get out for 1 or 2 longer rides, and you can even do those longer rides on the trainer. When you're that close to your race, your ability to get the work done on the trainer increases significantly, whereas trying to do that stuff in December, January, February, your ability to do so is practically nil. And if you tried, you're only going to burn yourself out before you race. So to back things up, if you're an advanced athlete, your window for prepping for that early season race becomes smaller, and you have flexibility, you have experience on your side. Beginner athlete and those who fall between beginner and advanced, that window opens up, and you need to spend a little bit more time earlier on setting the stage for the fitness you'll need to execute well on race day. And we do that by, when we hit you 5-month out window, you can adapt your plan such that those long runs start to ramp up. You're starting to get in some good runs, and then you're laying into your schedule, trying to identify where you can put in a good bike weekend. Ideally, like I said, is 4 to 5 days. Make a real proper vacation out of it. Or if it can only be 2 or 3 days, try and figure out how you can do maybe 2 blocks like that to get things done. But at the end of the day, everyone who shows up at St. George, regardless East, West Coast, it's going to be early season for them. Just for the entire northern hemisphere, it's relatively early season. Few folks will be ready for the challenging terrain. You'll do yourself a favor by being very strong, following those out-season protocols, and then having some endurance on top of that. But do not feel that for an early season race, you need to log many 6-hour trainer rides. That will not help you. It will not set you up for a great race. It builds a false sense of security and not the commensurate level of fitness. So save yourself, plan right, start the run early, look for a way to put in a big bike weekend or even a big bike week. Check out the resources on 10hoursaweek.com. That'll explain a little bit more to you. But that's what I would do if I were training for an early season Ironman. Thanks, folks. Hope that helps. Now I've got to go get myself on the trainer. I'm training for Lake Placid 2010. Maybe I'll see you there.